The video that you're about to watch was recorded back in March of this year. As a result of this, some of what we talked about has since become outdated, especially in regards to information and speculation about the upcoming Season 9. A follow-up video discussing all that is currently known about Season 9 will be going up sometime in the next week, as well as a further video explaining the reason for the 3-month delay in getting this uploaded. Thank you for your patience. Hey folks, we're back with another Doctor Who review. Well, technically we're not, because the series doesn't start again until late this coming year. But instead we're doing a retrospective on Series 8, and I've got the entire gang with me.
Yay.
Help us, he won't stop playing God Save the Queen.
Oh, Lord.
We've got FreezingInferno.
Hi.
Kuchiri.
Hi.
And backed by no demand whatsoever. No, I'm joking. Kat.
Why did I go last?
Because you're left to right on Skype.
You're the last one to join us. You're the last one to join
You're
us.
left to right on Skype.
Excuse you.
Anyway.
You're excused. So yeah, we're here to basically talk a bit about Series 8 that's just been this past year and the underlying themes and trends in it, rather than a episode-by-episode rundown, because we already did that, of course. And we might as well... Sorry?
I did it twice, because I was on most of these things, and then I wrote about them, so...
That's very true. So yeah, we might as well start with the man himself, the Doctor.
All angry eyebrows, Peter Capaldi himself.
All angry eyebrows, yes. So, it's no secret that I am a huge fan of Peter Capaldi's Doctor, and Peter Capaldi in general. But watching the series again, I did notice a couple of underlying trends that sort of went through his entire run. Not all of them positive, it has to be said. First of all, I think we should talk about how much darker he is as a Doctor compared to just about every other one that's been.
I like it.
Well, are we talking to every Doctor, or just new Doctors?
Well, alright. In terms of new Doctors, certainly he's the darkest we've had.
I'll give you that, of course, yes.
Why, who are you thinking in the old series?
Someone like Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy.
You think he's dark?
Extremely dark.
Yeah.
McCoy made horrible plans with a companion. Like, schemed and all that stuff.
Well,
You've only
literal
seen, like, one
cliffhanger.
McCoy.
Cats, no.
Yes.
Just, no.
I could get into a discussion about Sylvester McCoy and the Cardinal Master Plan until I'm blue in the face, but we're talking about Peter Capaldi, and we just know that he definitely does have a different take on the Doctor than has been done by, say, Matt Smith, or he puts his own spin on the role.
I still like it.
That's a good thing, because the one thing the Doctor needs to do is the role needs to evolve every time a new person takes over. And it has, in fairness.
Oh, yes.
For me, it was kind of like, at first, we had Christopher Eccleston. He was kind of the bad boy. And then he sort of evolved into a puppy as he kept going on with, David Tennant and then Matt Smith. And it's like, he got really puppyish. And now he's back to badass. And it's like, that's great.
Well, that's also, the whole Day of the Doctor thing is also part of how he turned into Capaldi, I guess,
Tennant and Smith do have their darker moments. Their more intense moments.
Absolutely. Tennant could...
Yeah, but you have to agree, Matt Smith is pretty much an excited puppy when he...
Yeah. He's very excitable when it's going right for him, or he encounters something new and alien.
That's not to say that Matt Smith didn't have his darker moments, of course.
Oh no, I love Matt Smith.
Three words for Tennant. Time Lord Victorious.
Yeah.
Family of Blood.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's funny you brought up McCoy and saying how he's manipulative. This Doctor is probably the most manipulative we've seen in a good long time.
Oh, yeah. You really haven't... I haven't really sat you down and watched Manipulative. One day we're going to have to sit you down and watch a little serial called The Curse of Fenric.
Oh, yes. I've heard a lot about that, and all of it good.
Yeah, that's right. But
here's the question. Does he do it to further his own plans, or does he do it to further his companion?
It's to further his plan. It's usually to further his plan.
Both,
but
in the case
sort of
Fenric.
both, yeah.
No, I mean in this series, you idiot.
No, we mean in this series.
We're not talking about...
We mean in this series, because Deep Breath, it was both, because he needed to escape, but also to get Clara back out. The whole trick with the mask and, I might need the sonic screwdriver, you're on your own. And at the time you thought, oh, he's abandoned her. But actually, it's to get them both out.
That still didn't sit right with me when I first saw it. I'll say that much right now.
Into the Dalek, it's totally about his plan.
Yeah.
Robot of Sherwood, he isn't that manipulative.
We're going to go through episode by episode with
Kat raised a question. It's a good point. I'm just thinking about it.
Okay.
Listen.
I would say Kill the Moon is definitely him trying to get Clara to be the best she could be. It's in a shit way.
And it backfires on him, of course.
Yeah. It backfires spectacular.
Mummy on the Orient Express, it's again a little bit of both, because he says, I didn't know if I could save them, and I would have moved on to the next one until I beat it. So he's not there doing it to save a specific person, but he is trying to solve the problem, even if it costs lives along the way.
I guess you could kind of call Peter Capaldi's Doctor down to earth more. Well, he's an alien, but you know what I mean. Because in the past, it was always like, oh my god, we gotta save everybody. Everybody's gonna be saved. And then they were heartbroken when they couldn't save everybody. But now he's like, I know I'm not gonna save everybody, so I'm just gonna do my best to save who I can.
He's more of a realist, is what you're saying.
Yes.
That makes sense, because to cite Into the Dalek again, when the guy sets off the Dalek antibodies, and he basically sends the guy to his death, knowing he's going to die anyway, no matter what, but in the same way that he can learn more from him.
I love that scene, by the way. I love that scene, watching it again.
Yeah.
It's like he truly understands that there's no way that he can stop death fully. He can halt it and, save people, but he can't stop it fully when it's, it's just inevitable.
He's a pragmatist in this series.
There you go.
And I think it's a good change, because we've always had the Doctor who was like, oh, I'm going to save everybody. And, in the case of Tennant, he tried to completely change what happened on Mars. And he just got a little too full of himself.
This is where I bring down the wrath of the Matt Smith fanboys. I had no problem with Matt Smith as the Doctor, but I needed a change.
Yeah.
That's fine. He had 3 or 4. He had 3 series. 4 years. Thank you, series 6.
Oh, he had a heck of a run, but it was time for a change.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we got it, thank goodness.
We sure did.
I mean, his stay was good, but it was just a little too long.
I'd say it was about the right length. It feels longer because of the split, but it's 3 series. It's the average length for a Doctor.
And he had a really good movie-ish. I like to call it a movie.
Is that Day of the Doctor?
Yeah, the Day of the Doctor. I feel like a movie. It was a movie.
Well, you saw it in the cinema, didn't you, sir?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Day was good.
But you could also see Twilight in the cinema, and that doesn't mean that it was any good.
Oh no, it wasn't any good. No.
Look. Day of the Doctor was a hell of a lot better than Twilight.
We weren't arguing that, Kat. We were arguing whether it was a movie or not. But thank you for bringing it back to Twilight.
Anyway, Doctor.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything else they want to say about the Doctor?
Angry eyebrows.
Angry eyebrows.
Angry eyebrows, yes.
I did really like his portrayal. It grew on me. And dare I say, this is probably going to be a controversial statement, but it's almost like old Stevie Moffat was trying to do the Colin Baker era right. Like, he had this more acerbic, sort of kind of quippy and at times insulting towards humanity Doctor, but not as in your face about it and just so full of himself.
Also, his outfit is better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not hard to... This is the thing that I don't know where I got it from, but 12 divided by 2 is 6. Ooh.
Well, if you remember, I made a weird theory a while back because, everything about Capaldi and Baker, mirrors each other,
Yes, I remember that. I just remember telling you to shut up and not jinx the guy before he even started the role.
Yeah. Yeah.
But would you admit now that you are you were sort of wrong there that it wasn't a disaster.
The seasons could have been better, but I do like Capaldi.
Well, you could have said that for any season, really, that it could have been better, but...
5 couldn't have been better. 5 was perfect.
All right, you win the argument on that one, but at least we've managed to sort of convince you.
Hang on. I've got an are you talking about series 5 couldn't be better? Silurian two-parter. That's the only misstep.
But that was needed because Rory.
Well, you could have done it in like a less shitty episode, is what I'm saying.
That episode was probably, it had one of the best moments of the series in terms of emotional impact in one of the worst episodes.
Yeah, well, anyway, it was series 5 as a whole was still very good. Just that was the only real like misstep, the only bad two-parter.
I mean, we might as well touch on it because you kind of brought it up before we go back to the Doctor. I get what you're saying, that the series could have been written better. I mean, there are certain decisions that Moffat made this series I disagreed with from episode to episode, and also the overall arc as a whole.
I think we all know the ones I disagree on.
Oh boy.
Let me guess, is it in the Forest of the Night?
Oh, now you've done it.
Oh, trust me, it's more than just that. In case you forgot, I also hated Kill the Moon.
Oh, yes, that's right.
God, Kill the Moon was so bad.
Oh, why?
I can forgive Kill the Moon because of Clara's outburst at the end.
I can't because it still wasn't enough.
Again, it's one of the best moments hidden in one of the worst episodes of the series.
We went over this. I don't know if I would call Kill the Moon one of the worst episodes of the series, but then again, I've sat through the entire
Oh no, trust me, it's not the worst.
No, I didn't say it was the worst. One of the worst.
It's close, but it's not in the forest.
I forget. Was I on for Kill the Moon? I think.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I was ill.
Oh, you weren't there. Jesus, really?
It was you and Kuchiri.
Oh wow! Holy shit!
And I was ill,
Yeah, and then Rainiac and I took over after that and locked you guys up.
Madness.
That was listed, but yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, me calling it one of the worst episodes of the series. In a funny way, it's actually a compliment because the standard of episode has been very high compared to say Series 6 and Series 7.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're what? Look, let's say out of this series, I think we can safely say, I don't know if you disagree, there were 2 bad episodes.
Yeah, counting Last Christmas, the run of 13, there was one episode I really was looking forward to rewatching, and all the rest I was fine with.
Okay,
I am going to argue that I hate the first episode of the season.
What, Deep Breath?
Yeah, Deep Breath was really bad in my opinion. I rewatching it, I made the big rant, and rewatching it, I even wanted to make the rant again. It was horribly done.
It didn't really sell me. Like, I remember thinking, man, for the first time, I don't quite know how I feel about this, and that makes me sad.
Restaurant scene.
Oh, yeah, well, Capaldi eventually, I really got to grow on him, but Deep Breath, it didn't sell me like 11th Hour or something did, so it was a bit weird like that. Actually, Kuchiri, I think I should probably just show you a thing that I found. I found this guy who does fan edits of old and New Who. He does a little New Who, but mostly old. He cut Deep Breath. He cut Deep Breath down to 45 minutes. So,
yeah, then that's why I think it should have been, but they wanted to have the Paternoster gain hidden pilot.
I don't know. I'll probably give you a link to
that. And it
actually
worked, didn't it? I've seen that video where they put in the 45 minutes. The bizarre thing is, what he cut out didn't really affect the episode that much.
I have one question. Did he cut out the T-Rex?
No.
I don't know, because I haven't actually seen it yet. I've got it downloaded, but I haven't watched it yet.
He couldn't cut out the T-Rex because that's the very first shot of the program.
I would have.
Rainiac, I'll link it to you later, and if you want to put it down below for
I don't care if it doesn't make sense. I would cut out
I think I've seen it already, unless it was someone else's attempt to cut it down, but it was a while ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, we're getting a little off track.
What else is new?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I do think
if we were always stuck on our format, we'll never get anything done in this show.
Oh, it's a show now, is it? We've upgraded.
It's a show?
No.
I thought we were just a bunch of random assholes screaming.
Who are you calling asshole?
You asshole.
Okay, then, moving on from...
I'm not your guy, buddy.
But on the subject of good or bad writing, there was one part of the Doctor I really didn't like, and when I watched the series again, it's even more apparent. The completely random idea to have him hate soldiers.
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
And warfare, despite the fact he was forged in a war.
And
It's like maybe the only explanation I could give is that now that everything that happened with the Day of the Doctor, everybody remembers what they did, but that's really weak.
But he didn't kill anyone as a soldier, though. That's
Why
don't-
I said it's really weak.
Well, apart from a billion Daleks, but...
The Daleks kind of deserved it. So.
Yeah, no, the Daleks killed themselves, and he's never shied away from killing Daleks
It still
before.
counts as murder, though.
we don't know what he did. We don't know what John Hurt did. All those in the Time War. There's a book, but I haven't read it yet, so I don't know what he did.
Oh, you're talking about...
We know he at least carved stuff into walls, so he was a graffiti artist. So
Well,
He
fuck
was
it.
the Gallifreyan Banksy.
yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on, it was crying out to be said.
It could be worse. It could be worse. He could be, the Gallifreyan sandwich artist.
Get
Or
out.
he could be the
Dollar.
Gallifreyan white guy who tries to be gangster, but he's not actually because he's white.
But where did this idea... Well, obviously, where it came from was they wanted to bring Danny Pink in, but it wouldn't have hurt to just have a scene or two in Deep Breath that explained his hatred of soldiers.
It really wouldn't. His main complaint is that they follow orders, and he's like a free spirit who just runs off. He's a
But
renegade,
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
always
makes-
gives orders.
Yeah.
He's always telling people, listen to me. I'm the smart one here.
And unless we forget, of course, that time all those years ago where he worked with a group of soldiers for 4 years.
Yeah, unit.
Well, continuity.
And
the
at the
Doctor
end of the
Well,
series, where he worked with the soldiers as the President of Earth.
He was more forced into that one.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
and he wasn't exactly a good president of Earth.
Are you kidding? He was a terrible...
He did more than Obama did, though.
Oh, God.
I will defend the fact that Obama can't do anything because he is the president, and that's all I will say on that matter.
Hashtag thanks, Doctor.
Look, Verniak and I are foreigners. We don't know anything about
Who
this.
are you calling a bloody foreigner?
I'll explain it after we do this.
Anyway.
Hashtag thanks, Doctor.
Capaldi for U.S. president screwed the foreign laws on it.
I think we all agree, and the critics all agree, that it was a fantastic performance by Capaldi. Our next character we're talking about has divided opinion. Clara
What's
Oswald.
that? Oh boy! I love Clara Oswald.
Yes, opinion
in
is
Series
divided between the people that really like Clara and the people that think she should go away now. Well,
Which she probably should have gone away, but according to Moffat, she doesn't want to go away.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about this.
Yeah.
Originally, she was going to leave in Last Christmas, so our theory that the ending was rewritten...
Actually, even
She was supposed to leave in the Death in Heaven.
yeah, what Kuchiri said that just like came out in an interview or something.
I'm so happy
she
that
was
wasn't
supposed to
her
leave
ending
Death
there,
in
because
Heaven.
that would have sucked.
Yeah, and then they rewrote. Then they put her in Last Christmas, and that was supposed to be her exit. And then she didn't want to go, so Moffat
I would
didn't
have
write
been
her out.
happy if that was her exit, having her in the Christmas episode.
Sure.
Yeah.
That would have been a
Because
better
that
exit.
was a
Well,
really
we can't
gorgeous
judge.
scene.
We can't judge if it would be a better exit yet because we don't know what her actual exit is. Now, when we finish Series 9, and if she leaves then we can say, boy, she really should have left in Last Christmas.
But you've touched on a big problem there, because there are so many sort of fake outs of her exit. When her final exit actually comes and we see it on the screen, it's the Lord...
We're just going to be like, oh,
It's the
okay,
Lord of
whatever.
Diminishing Returns. It's going to be underwhelming unless it's absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah.
She had a fantastic exit at the... Well, it wasn't a true exit, because if they'd ended it with her just going in the time stream, oh, she's dead now, that would have been terrible.
But it's probably going to be the same way that Amy and Rory went. Like, they could have left in what, God Complex.
Yes, they
they
teased
left
their
the guy-
exit several times, and actually, when the exit finally came, it was brilliant.
It made me cry, even though the episode itself made really no sense.
Exactly, but
well, the episode made you cry too because you didn't like it.
I knew they were leaving, and yet it was a really powerful moment.
I didn't.
That's probably why you made you cry, because it goes back to when I was watching The Parting of the Ways and he regenerated, and I had no idea it was happening. I was like, whoa.
I didn't even know
What is
regeneration
this?
was. I was just like, what? He's glowy, and who's this pod saying boss? Hello now.
I was like, oh, well, he's grievously injured, but he'll heal himself or something, and we'll go back to Series 2. Wait, what the hell?
Who the fuck?
I don't think I said that exact sequence of words, but close enough.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. They've teased Clara's exit so many times throughout this series, even, that when it finally comes, it might be a bit underwhelming.
Well, we can't really judge for sure because we don't know it yet, but I do see what you're saying. Like,
No, I was all prepared for Clara leaving at the end of Last Christmas. I was like, oh wow, this is probably the best way she should go. This is all she's been working up towards, you know? She became a teacher, she explored the world.
That scene,
oh, it's all a dream!
That scene,
it's all a dream!
That scene was wonderfully written up to the point where Santa showed up again.
Yeah.
I mean, people loved the pro Clara fans loved it because she's in the series for another year, and I am Jenna Coleman's one of the biggest fans, one of the biggest supporters.
Can I just say one thing?
Go on.
We mentioned that character in Last Christmas, so Kat, if you please.
Motherfucking Santa!
Thank you.
Right, that character. I thought you meant the other one. Also, I think I've gone temporarily deaf in my right ear because of that.
That's fine.
Fun fact, I did that while stretching.
Impressive.
What?
How flexible.
What?
Okay. Stone Cold Steve Austin, shut up now. Thank you, one person in the audience.
I'm okay.
But yeah, as I say, she has her detractors, and people say, oh, she's a boring character, she's had no character development. No, I'm sorry. She has had so much character development this series. Possibly
Not
even
all
a bit
of it
too
was
much.
Good character development.
Possibly even a bit too much, yeah.
She had so much character development, she forgot her character development from the last series.
Oh my god.
I almost feel like Clara's been a success in spite of Moffat's writing rather than because of it.
I don't know. I really, really liked Clara in this series. I will say that.
Oh,
much.
yeah.
There are lots of moments where she took charge and took control.
There are moments where I wanted to strangle her because she was being an idiot.
Well, yeah, too. That's the mark of a good character, I guess, is that sometimes they make choices that fucking infuriate you.
It goes back to what I was saying on Skype to you guys earlier in the week, how, for me personally, if you write a character with an inherent flaw or vulnerability, they're more interesting to write than Miss Goody Two-Shoes.
And not just like one flaw. Everybody doesn't have just one flaw. They have a multitude of flaws. And the fact that Clara has that makes her much
She's
better.
Multifaceted.
Multifaceted character, more human almost. More realistic.
Which is funny because she is human.
Alright, more realistic.
There you go.
No, it just baffles me, like, nobody can write a human despite us all being human.
Yeah.
We are all human, right?
Well, last I checked.
Maybe?
Quick, check inside his chest to see the wires are showing.
You will be assimilated.
Oh god, it's the ball.
Oh.
Right,
Oh my god.
wrong show. But anyway, I have just one thing, very serious message to send to the Clara haters. Suck it, she's in all of Series 9.
Spoiler alert.
That's not a spoiler alert, we said that in Last Christmas.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
It's not a goddamn spoiler.
Spoiler alert, Peter Capaldi will be in all of Series 9 as well.
What?
Spoiler alert. Turns out Danny's really alive.
Now that would be a twist.
I would kill somebody if that was a twist.
Quick, hide the knives.
I'm not even sure if I'm joking or not.
Like I said, hide the knives. But if you watch the episodes again from first to last, she does have this really interesting, again, not all of it good, but interesting journey. Not every episode focuses on Clara specifically, but then you have episodes that are almost entirely devoted to focusing on her, like Kill the Moon, like Listen,
Flatline.
Which, despite the fact it was a Doctor Light, I still love that.
Oh, well, yeah, I love Flatline too, as we'll talk about when we get into what episodes we liked and didn't
when we do
like
the little award thing at the end, like best of, worst of, etc., etc.
There you go.
But yeah, despite all the haters say, roll on Jenna Coleman for more.
I agree, but with the caveat that, yeah, Series 9 probably should be where she takes off and heads out, because it's been 3 years at that point.
I don't know, but I'm almost certain it will be, because I think she's too talented to stay in one role for that amount of time.
Well, again, according to Moffat, it's her decision to come back again. I mean...
Yeah,
I swear, at some point we're going to get this news story where it turns out Jenna Coleman is keeping somebody hostage in a trailer, wanted to do more Doctor Who.
Oh my god.
So that's where Shonda McCullough went.
Oh no!
Somewhere in a trailer, Faye Marty's trying to bite through her gag.
Oh my god, we went to a dark place.
Why not at this point? Why the hell not? But yeah, the other thing is that Shona apparently will not be the companion yet.
Spoiler.
Yet.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she said in an interview she's not been... Of course, she could be lying. She could be lying, but she said in an interview she's not been contacted yet about doing further episodes, but she'd love to do it.
I don't think she's lying.
Which could be code for, I'm actually in this, but I don't want you to know.
I don't think she's lying.
Well, Jenna Coleman had to lie for about 6 months until it was revealed she was the new companion.
No, they all have to lie for a while. Remember, what was it again? Something Moon, like Blue Moon or something?
Men on Waves.
What was the one that,
She went to the audition. She went to the audition that was titled Men on Waves, and if you anagram of that is Woman 7.
No, I thought Karen Gillian had, like, something Moon.
Yeah, Blue Moon.
I can't think of what
I think it was something like
Blue Moon.
But the point is they kind of have to be secretive about that, so it doesn't come out that they've got a new role. So the old role is leaving.
Well, the thing is, apparently Karen Gillian messed it up, and they had to stop using Blue Moon. Apparently they used Blue Moon for since Series 1 or something.
Oh, fair enough.
Nobody's going to notice that the same thing keeps asking for
Auditions.
people to come and audition. Oh man, that Blue Moon is asking for more people again.
Which is why Jenna Coleman was asked to audition for Men on Waves. Which, as I say, is Woman 7, an anagram Woman 7. Anyway, yeah, I don't think we're getting much progress done here, but what's the general consensus on Clara? Did we like her or not?
I liked her a lot.
Right.
She was mostly tolerable.
Yeah. Was she better or worse than in Series 7?
Worse than Series 7 to me.
Really?
Really? Well, that is new.
Yeah, I can't say either way.
Welcome to the controversial opinion hour. Wow.
Holy moly. Well,
For me, it was mostly the fact that she kept lying over and over again to people she shouldn't be lying to.
As much as I liked her, yeah,
she was a bit of a dick to Demi, yeah.
She essentially used people in order to just have an adventure.
Well, my thing is, whenever she was introduced to Snowman, I've said this, I don't know, 5,000 times by now, she gave me so much promise. I loved her in Snowman.
Made that 5,000
and then
go on.
Yeah, and, you know, she never really brought that out. And she started to bring that out in Series 8, and she sort of stopped bringing it out again. And I don't know if it's the writing or the directing, but didn't like it. And then I don't like how the fact that they basically made her forget everything from Series 7.
Well,
that's kind of the norm.
I'll counter that argument. What was there to forget? She was a pretty bit,
a lot.
Apart from
She completely forgot everything about the Doctor. She had to relearn. She literally had to relearn what the Doctor was all about. I mean,
well, that's because he was a completely new character.
No, she knew who he. Okay, how can I explain it? She acted like she had no idea that he changed face, even though she apparently have seen all the faces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she had to learn from Madame Vostra and all the others how the thing that she should have already known, and it's, I don't know.
I believe though when she looked into his time stream, she couldn't see Capaldi. 11 faces, all of them are you. You're the 11th Doctor.
And again, she should still have known that he changed faces, and she was looking to his past and not his future.
Granted, at that point, they probably hadn't written Night of the Time of the Doctor.
And I think deep down that what was going on is he actually Moffat had this written for another companion.
That's possible.
I don't think Series 8 Clara was written for Series 8 for Clara.
I'm going to be completely blunt about Clara in Series 7. Apart from the final episode of that run, apart from the Name of the Doctor, she was about the most generic companion you could possibly have.
But again, as I said, it was she had such a strong.
You could substitute any other companion, your role, into that role.
Donna.
Pretty much.
I know there are a couple of bloggers I follow who disagree with you there, but at the same time,
I'm not saying she's a bad character. I'm just saying she's a bit generic in Series 7.
But see, that was the fault of the writing. Again, as I said, she had such a strong opening episode. I mean, with the snowman. Like, if that character was there the entire time, then she probably would have been the all-time favorite companion ever of all time.
I think with the companions, they're a bit scared to go too far against the status quo. Which, ironically, I think is what the fans want. They want something different.
I think I can actually kind of explain that away.
Go on.
We know for a fact that Clara jumped into the Doctor's time stream and she went around trying to fix all this stuff. And we also know that she can't remember everything in each of those roles. There are roles where she didn't remember anything at all. Maybe what we're seeing is just a Clara who, she was in that time. She essentially almost kind of grew up in that time. That's all the time she knows. So she would be different because that's all she knows.
There you go.
Yeah, I will buy that explanation. I think we talked enough about Clara then. It remains... It's fair to say opinions remain divided on her.
That's
and I think probably will until the day she leaves the series.
I'm hoping for more good things in Series 9, Clara. I'll say that too.
I think that's probably fair. I hope we get a continuation of the Series 8 Clara, but we probably won't.
Time will tell.
I mean, she's been through too much that wouldn't change a person. So, but again, I think evolution of characters is important. So as you say, time will tell. Now we move on to the third wheel of the trio, so to speak. Danny Pink.
I'm going to say something. This is the point I want to talk about the most.
I thought it might be. Please, you have the floor.
Oh, boy.
You have the floor, Kat.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Danny Pink is not the worst in sense of characterization, but he is the worst used character in this series.
Agreed.
That's fair.
Because, while yes, I love Danny. He is great. What is his character?
Cares about Clara.
That's just that's about it right there.
That's basically sums it up, yeah.
It's like, essentially, the only thing we know about him, the only thing we know about his past, is that once he accidentally killed a child while in a war zone. And, like, how does that translate to him hating officers? He has nothing.
He could see himself in the doctor because his orders. I don't fucking know.
No, that was
There's, like...
completely opposite. He never saw himself in the Doctor. He wasn't a commanding officer. He was a soldier.
And
it's like, essentially, Danny, except for the few moments he had, like, in the Death in Heaven parts, and maybe a little bit in some of the minor episodes, he did nothing.
Oh man,
and the thing is, the whole him hating officers also just came out of nowhere too. It was badly written. I mean, he comes from being the lovable goof that I actually liked so far. I mean, he was one of my favorite characters, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just hates the Doctor. No rhyme or reason, just hates the Doctor.
There is a rhyme or reason.
Why?
I just don't agree with the rationale behind it. But the thing about Danny that started off so well, he's introduced into the Dalek. You get a little bit about his background. Doesn't show up at all in Robot of Sherwood, except maybe the very small bit at the end or the beginning. I can't actually remember.
I don't think he was in that one at all.
Listen, that they start to expand his character a bit. You get to see more of it on the screen. Time Heist, just at the beginning, and doesn't even get credited in that episode, funnily enough. Caretaker is for the first time he's expanded even more as a character, but that's when this sort of hatred of the Doctor comes out. Yeah. But it's not so much hating the Doctor as what the Doctor represents in his own mind.
There you go. That's
and even then, we get no reason as to why. It's just, oh, I hate you now.
He reminds him of an officer. That's the only explanation given.
And even at the end of the series, when we find out about, him killing the kid, there's nothing there. Like, there wasn't an officer who told him to shoot inside of that place, or at least we didn't see or hear an officer do that. It might have been a better scene if we had something like that. I mean,
we do see it. We do hear what could have been an officer, but it could have just been a fellow soldier in the flashbacks in Dark Water or Death in Heaven. I think it's Dark Water. You hear a voice saying, really "Is the building empty?" or something along those lines. But that could just be one of his fellow soldiers.
Yeah, and also, typically whenever you go into a place like that, there's going to be enemies hiding everywhere. So you're going to clear out the area anyways.
Yeah.
So that's less, that's less an officer telling him, oh, go clear out that specific building right there. That's more common sense.
Agreed.
And really it's his own fault because he should have looked in the building first, but I get why he didn't.
Well, yeah. I think it's safe to say Danny blew hot and cold. Although he was, for me, or arguably, if it weren't for one other character we're going to talk about in a minute, he would have been the star of Death in Heaven.
Yeah.
The bit where he basically redeems himself at the very end is brilliant. His dramatic ending speech and flying off into the sun and exploding.
I am Superman.
It is a bit like that, yeah.
Yeah, except at the end the Iron Giant actually comes back, so...
Yeah, and Danny is gone for good, I think.
He better be.
I know, because
I swear to God.
You wanted Danny to come back the way that he was supposed to come back with the bracelet. And now that hasn't happened, you feel that's it. The ship has sailed.
I feel that with the context of the character that he got, his actions after he died are exactly what Danny Pink would have done. And that's perfect. And they should not touch it ever again. Because they will fuck it up.
I think his final scenes in Last Christmas were beautifully written as well. How he's part of the dream, and he says,
yeah.
You're allowed to miss me for 5 minutes every day.
That did somewhat tick me off because that was a way of bringing them back, but I understood why they did that because it was essentially all a dream.
Yeah.
And that was okay with.
It was her subconscious basically saying, you have to wake up from this or you're going to die.
Yeah.
But I think he's too inconsistent. I agree with you that I think Danny was a potential there wasted.
Yeah.
And even if they...
And really, that's kind of something that I found is a theme with this series. We have like all these great characters that come in and we never see them again.
Yeah, I would rank Series 8 below Series 5 in terms of the Moffat series. Had they written it a bit better, it would have been above Series 5.
Well, yeah, that's true, but it does slot into a good second place for me.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, granted, it doesn't have much competition in the other two series, but it's a solid second place.
Yeah. They're not all bad, but they're not all good either.
I'm not going to go again into my rant about the order I will put them in, but that's for another time and not now. But yeah, I think he's wasted potential. I think he's a good character. I don't have a problem with them, having watched it back, killing him off. I think they'd done what they could with him, and that was time to move on. I just think that between Into the Dark and Death in Heaven, they could have done more with him.
I think if they would have kept Journey Blue, there would have been so many better scenes.
Again with the Journey Blue thing.
No, just think of the scenes that could have taken place between the Doctor and Blue about Pink, Pink and Blue, Blue and Clara. All there could have been so much more development that did not. I don't know.
We get it. You like Journey Blue a lot. I thought she was a good character, but whether she'd be companion material remains to be seen.
We won't see it now.
Well, my counter argument to that is Donna. Donna left and came back.
Donna is best.
Donna is very good.
Donna is life.
I'm not arguing that, but anyway.
Donna is love.
Oh, for the love of...
He started it.
I just got that and I hate you for it.
He started it.
Oh no.
But Radiac!
But Kuchiri, let's talk about our fourth recurring character then, the final one. And in some people's eyes, you've given it away ahead of time, but in some people's eyes, the best thing about this series, her entrance into it notwithstanding, Missy, a.k.a. the Mistress.
Ooh, can I start?
Yeah, you certainly can.
All right, so from Deep Breath to the end of Dark Water, Missy was just making me goddamn groan because it was basically just another arc thing, except it was kind of lazily done, in my opinion. Instead of, building on the mystery really a lot and just building stuff up, it was basically just, hey, guys, there's a big mysterious arc thing. Keep it in mind for the finale. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Look at the girl. Look at the girl. She's mysterious. She's mysterious. Look. I'm being mysterious.
I'm trying not to be very obvious at all with her name. Well, don't think about her name too much.
Think about it. I got it.
Looking back, I'm ashamed that I celebrated calling it 100%, but there you go.
Theorize about it for 11 weeks. Come on, guys. I need that internet buzz.
We pretty much said, didn't we? Missy, Mistress, Master.
It's like the most obvious. I remember groaning outright and going,
I had two choices. God. It was either Missy is the Master or Missy is the Valeyard.
Or the Ronnie.
And I had the book.
I still like my theory the best, though. That the Capaldi was a Valeyard and Missy was the extra Doctor. That would have been...
Just because Kat brought the Ronnie up, I forgot to mention this. Maybe I mentioned this earlier, but apparently when they were doing the scenes out in the open where she said, short for Mistress, etc., etc., they did a fake take where it said the Ronnie.
Well, I heard they didn't even they didn't even say the words. They mouthed them. So.
Yeah, there were two takes. There was one where she said it, and there was one where she mouthed it.
Well, okay, so Darkwater comes up, and okay, it's the Master all along. We're the Mistress now, actually. But then Death in Heaven came up, and holy shit. She nailed
Michelle
it.
Gomez is brilliant in the role.
I ain't even mad now. She nailed it. She's a great incarnation of that renegade.
I'm still kind of mad but not at her. I'm mad at the way she was handled up until the finale.
She did manage to turn around from that terrible beginning where she was just, I'm a mystery, as Resna was pointing out. And for me, from the moment she showed up in Dark Water, that was the turning point.
I don't know. I think Death in Heaven.
She is captivating. She is devilish.
She's funny in a dark way.
She's psychotic, but hilarious at it.
She definitely has a lot of the same... She's like Roger Delgado and John Sim combined, but also
and quite frankly, I hope we see a heck of a lot more of her.
Wait, John Sim wasn't a woman? What?
Well, he was briefly the end of time.
No, he was a neon skeleton. Keep up with us, Kuchiri.
God!
Damn it.
He was both a neon skeleton and a woman when he became every human being ever.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into Time Lord biology, okay? The fans have done enough of that going, but he can't regenerate into a woman. It's not possible. Who says?
Boo!
Does anybody know if Sims actually cross-dressed in that scene where he was everybody all at once?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
As this for dedication, he did every role behind a green screen, like the conference where he's the president. So he had to get dressed into every outfit behind a green screen, stand up, applaud, get changed to the next outfit, stand up, applaud.
I'm fine with that. That's great.
Beautiful.
And again, when the whole of them laughing in the courtyard, and he's throwing the hat, and although some of them were extras, some of them were like body doubles, but he was amazingly dedicated to that role in that episode.
That was awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, I echo your sentiments for Missy. I think she's brilliant. I think she was the recurring villain Capaldi needed.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely needing her now.
What? Because she got shot and disintegrated.
Oh.
And within a week of her getting shot and disintegrated, I'm back.
Yeah. Spoilers for Series 9. Missy's back.
Okay, one thing. I just want to say one little thing right quick here. If any of you people really thought, oh, well, she's dead now in this episode, I guess they're going to have to bring her back to life, you're silly!
Especially...
Especially
since Moffat said in the Doctor Who... Well, actually, it's not confidential anymore, is it? Which I still miss. But the behind-the-scenes look at the episodes. He even said every week... Anthony Ainley would get definitively killed as the Master and come back and go, how are you here? I escaped. He said that.
Don't ask questions.
He said that.
Well, I don't know if they really explained it. It wasn't definitively killed, but just a situation where, like, I wonder how he got out of that one.
Oh, no, on these two occasions, he flat out dies. And then doesn't.
I don't know. I don't know my Davison that well.
I don't either, but I know on at least one occasion he dies.
I know one occasion.
And then once he turned into a neon skeleton and tackled James Bond into a time portal.
Oh, and don't forget, fucking the snake.
Eric Roberts.
I've been trying to forget that. I saw that at Christmas time. Oh my god.
I always dress.
Oh my god, worst thing ever.
Worst or best?
No, worst.
No, pretty much worst.
You can't even enjoy it in the Mortal Kombat annihilation of so bad it's good. No, it's just bad.
Yeah, yes, I can. I can. But it's
well, you're not me, so shut up.
You don't know me. You don't know what I do.
But yes, and again, if you don't want the Series 9 spoilers, although it's not really that spoilers because they've sort of signposted it everywhere, and even the BBC came out and said it.
This is a juicy
Not
apple.
only is she back,
yeah, I'm back.
Not only is she back, she's back in the first episode.
I love that video they put up, but my only complaint is, why an apple? Why not a pear?
She explained it. She
She
said, was it Adam or Eve that ate the apple? Oh no, it was the serpent who was evil.
No, I'm saying a pear because of that bit where David Tennant had to do the thing.
Don't give me a pear. I hate pears.
I would have loved it if she was eating a pear because that would have called.
That would have been a callback too far, I think, but that would have been amazing.
Never. That's never too far. That's the funniest.
But yeah,
That's
I mean,
what she said. Ah!
Oh my god.
I mean,
That was bad.
people were up in arms, and people saying, "I'm never watching the show again. They've ruined the show forever. The Master is now a female." OMG, WTF, BBQ. But for me, I don't care what gender the Master is, as long as the actor actually portraying him or her can act their socks off, and Michelle Gomez can. End of argument.
There you go.
Yeah, and she obviously knocked more than her socks off if her scenes with the Doctor are to be believed.
Oh, the kissing.
Oh my.
That was brilliant.
Oh, here we go.
You have also not received the official greeting package. No, I'm good, thank you.
It's like, when you don't know who she is, which I technically didn't because I really don't give a shit, I was just like, oh, okay, so the evil person's kissing.
Yeah, they gave
Doctor.
it away for like 5 minutes after you saw her because they played the Master's music.
Yeah, and you're saying it like I know what the Master's music is.
4 knots.
Murray Gold.
Do I look like a music nerd to you?
Do I? Don't answer that.
Yes.
Okay.
You look like a respectable person, and
Thank you, Kuchiri. You get to stay on the show.
yes, I like to be on the show.
I look like a music nerd because I can't stop screaming about Kate Bush and people
God.
online.
I just look like a nerd.
So anyway,
I tutor English.
So that's not basically our 4
is that all
primary
we consider
characters, and I
missing?
think some were more successful than others. But they all were acted really well. I mean, the level of acting in this series was superb.
these
Yeah.
people can act. That's the thing.
Sometimes the writing didn't always accompany it that well, but they could certainly act.
Moffat.
No, Kuchiri, we're being good this time.
It's fine. So-
But Moffat.
No.
We can get to that in a minute. One thing I want to talk about just briefly was guest stars.
I don't really remember.
There were some really good guest stars this series.
Perkins.
I liked Robin Hood and Mrs. Delphox.
Perkins.
Yeah, Perkins. I'm thinking of
Perkins.
Perkins. I'm thinking of Jenny Blue.
Who's Perkins again?
Frank fucking
He's
Skinner.
the, yeah.
Frank
What?
Skinner.
The guy from Mummy.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
He was great.
Not Gus, although Gus was great. I want Gus to
I
come
hope
back.
Gus comes back.
I hope Gus was like a scheme made by the Ronnie or some shit. 'Cause that seems like. something
Unfortunately,
that should be-
survivors that are not required. Air will now be removed from the entire carriage. Thank you for travelling on the Orient Express.
Not the chefs, no.
He
Perfect.
just fucking
Right.
decompresses the entire kitchen.
What did they do
Forget
to
the
him?
full toll. Gus was the true villain of that episode.
Amazing.
But no, I'm talking more like almost guest companions, like Robin Hood.
Motherfucking Santa.
Yes.
Oi!
I had to bring him up because that's
No, that's
about-
my line. You do
I know
not
it's your
take
line.
my line, bitch.
I think the one problem I think is that a lot of these characters were so interesting they could have appeared again.
You said
But
they
some of
won't.
them died.
Oh, I forgot one of my favorite one of my favorite guest characters, Sai, from Time Heist.
Oh, he was okay.
He is begging to come back, please.
Yes, that was
When
pretty
it
cool.
said, if you ever need help with another house, I'm thinking, yes, say yes. Say yes now, please, Doctor.
Oh my god.
Now all I want to see is a series of episodes where the Doctor just pulls off different heists.
That would be kind of amazing, but I don't think we're going to get that.
The problem with the episode was it wasn't really a heist, and it could have been better. Even the worst episodes of Leverage were was
we've
better
all-
than that.
How did the Doctor as the architect get in the stupid bank?
Yeah. But
Here
with
we
all
go,
our guest
here we
stars,
go,
which we've
okay.
touched on very briefly, you have to have some good villains. My question is, did we?
Okay.
We had pretty much the exact same villains as usual, with just a few
We had the
extra.
Dallas and the Cybermen as per usual.
Missy, we've talked
yeah.
about.
The Two-Faced Man. The Two-Faced
Half-faced.
Man.
The Teller was pretty cool, but he still looked like a part of
Half-faced
the
man.
female.
He was not Tommy Lee Jones from Batman Forever. What are you talking about?
Oh, the boneless.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Boneless possibly gets my vote for best original monster.
Yeah, I will go with
It's
that.
that or
yes.
the Teller.
But-
It's that or the Teller.
I already mentioned the Teller and how he looks like a part of the female body.
But the problem is, though...
Better than the Vervoids.
True.
The problem is, though, they all had the Moffat curse.
Yeah,
to
they
them.
all had what do you explain? Rules, set of rules.
The only exception is maybe the Dream
Clockwork,
Crabs.
no, they're the set of rules. Clockwork droids don't breathe. Robots of Sherwood. No,
They like gold.
yeah. That reminds me of my favourite ever moment from
I want
My- Can I just talk about this just briefly? I point to a tangent. One of my favourite ever moments in reviewing, didn't get into the review unfortunately, but me and Kuchiri were reviewing Robot of Sherwood, and after the recording stopped rolling, I said, I forgot to mention how every episode had like robots with a concept of beauty. Like you had the Clockwork Droids had a concept of beauty. The Daleks, it is beautiful, and then I said a robot of Sherwood, and then Kuchiri just deadpans, and the robots wanted gold.
Beautiful.
I was laughing for like 2 minutes straight for some reason.
Oh god, that was over 8 months ago.
Welcome to
Holy
my life.
shit.
So essentially,
Wow.
the robots of Sherwood are Radcliffe from the Pocahontas movie.
They haven't really got a rule, but the thing on the bed, don't look at it. The teller, don't think.
I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed that they never revealed what
the
that
teller,
was.
don't think.
I am fine that they never revealed what that
Scovot
was.
Blitzer.
I will talk about that.
Scovot's Blitzer, again, didn't really have rules. Thing and Kill the Moon wasn't really a monster, so that doesn't really count. The Foretold, did that have rules? Oh yeah, no,
What was the Foretold?
Had lots of
only
rules.
the person, only the
was
person
pretty
who's
much
killing
nothing
could
but
see
rules.
it. Although I really liked that, it
Yeah,
made it
and
more
the
of a threat.
60 seconds,
It made it more of a
so on and
threat
so forth.
in my opinion doing that. So that one I didn't have a problem with. The Boneless. Again, I'm struggling to find a rule for that one.
Don't Be Alone, I think it was, or something like that.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah. So your point is a good one. It doesn't work for all of them, but yeah, they do have a bit of a Moffat curse about them.
But see, before this season, though, it was like one monster season had the set of rules. This season, we had at least
5
4.
of them.
Oh, and by the way, the Dream
Yeah.
Crab and the Teller have the exact same rule, don't think.
I still established that the Dream Crabs did not have rules.
But they do, because don't think about them. Mind you, that was in the... Oh, yes, because they're in the dream, therefore it might not be in real life.
Yes, that
But the
was
problem-
their own rule that they made up
Brilliant.
for themselves.
Brilliant.
So they do not have rules.
You're absolutely right.
And we talked about this
I-
already.
A rule
Yeah,
subversion.
that was 3 months ago,
Yeah.
Kat. You can't expect to remember that. Oh, wait, yes, you can.
You just remembered something from that he said.
Because he likes
'Cause
me
no.
more.
Why do you have to go and say
Oh my
that?
God.
We talked about this, Kuchiri. This is why we can't have nice things.
I
Fine
love
then, I'm gonna go
Kat.
make my own Doctor
No,
Who
no, no,
review
no, no,
show
no. Kat,
with
Kat, Kat,
blackjack and
Kat,
hookers.
Kat. It's fine. Everybody cool it.
You're all
Everybody
mean.
cool it.
Everybody cool it now.
You know what? Forget the Doctor Who review show. I just want
Oh,
the hookers.
Kat.
Do you want to come watch Colin Baker with me? on
Fresno,
my
you're not
classic
helping.
review Show?
Yes,
Oh, okay. We're
but
gonna
only if we watch the Twin Dilemma.
In a bid
Oh
to try
my
and keep
God.
this thing on the rails, even though it came off the rails about an hour ago,
Why don't we go into I don't know what else
well,
you wanna
I
go
know
into?
Kuchiri wants to talk about the writing.
Oh, okay.
How about we skip that and go straight into effects?
Have it? Oh no.
I'm trying to be good
Visual
here.
Well, yeah, but actually, you know what? That's a brilliant point. Let's skip that. Go straight to effects. I just realised about a second before I stated what I'd just done. Yeah, visual effects this year really impressive.
They're good, I guess. I don't have anything to say. They're good visual
They're
effects.
good. Moving on.
Them computer boys. Them computer boys sure did.
I will
handle it.
say there's one thing I want to say. the part in Flatline where they just realize that, all these people are being trapped in the walls and they see the human nervous system on the wall. That terrified the fuck out of me.
Oh. Hang on. If we're talking visual effects, how about Time Heist, where the guy gets his brain, like, liquefied and his head's fucking
Soup,
caved in.
anybody?
Oh, man.
Well, here's the spoon to do it
I thought the
with.
spoon heads were in Series 7, not Series 8.
No. The Sherwood. He pulled out the spoon and had
I'm the
sword
doctor,
fight.
and this is my spoon.
This is
I
my
love that
spoon.
line.
My spoon is too big.
I don't like the fact they didn't show the guy getting burned to death, because that would have been a really cool effect as well. They did it in Series 3. With the Jadoon shooting that guy and basically cremating him.
So, what else should we talk about, Maestro?
Anything that's not writing.
Kat is trying so hard to steer the ship at this point.
I'm trying so hard to be good here, and you're not making it easy.
Kuchiri's on the steering wheel, determined to drive it around onto the rock of writing. And Kat's just pulling like, no, Kuchiri, no. And then I'm like the devil on his shoulder going, God, do it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think we know enough about what Kuchiri thinks about the writing of this series to basically just leave it there.
It's shit! There we go. That's all we need to talk about.
That's all we need.
I do think the best writer was Jamie Matheson.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can concur.
2 brilliant episodes back to back.
What did he write again?
Mummy and Flatline.
The Mummy and
Mummy and Flatline.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I can definitely agree.
I think we all know who the worst one is, and no, it's not Moffat.
It's not Moffat.
No. Yeah,
It's Frank.
definitely not. Yeah, not Moffat.
What's his name,
Frank
Raniac?
Cottrell
Just say it.
Boyce?
Frank Cottrell.
Boyce, yeah.
I couldn't think if it was Bryce or Boyce.
I think we can all agree that's...
I just realised Frank Bryce is a Harry Potter character.
I'm not gonna say worst. I'm gonna say weakest.
I'm going to say worst.
It might have been... If
Because
it weren't for that episode, it would have been Peter Harness, but no, I have to give it... As great as a writer he is with his own books, it didn't work.
No, the problem is, it was such a boring concept. Even when Capaldi was trying to be all interesting stuff, you could see him fighting back, yawning as he's trying to act excited.
And then I had to go and add a stupid thing about... Well, Kat and I got into this in detail in the actual review, but no, not Annabelle. Was it Annabelle? No, Annabelle's the girl at the end.
It was Annabelle. It was the Magic Firefly.
Oh yeah, the girl at the end.
And it was overshadowing true mental disorders.
Yeah.
And they made it. They basically made.
We actually got thanked for you actually got thanked for bringing that to attention. Yeah,
wait, I did?
Somebody in the comments said thank you for bringing this up.
Oh.
I can't remember who it was, but if that person's still listening, you're welcome, I guess. I mean, I didn't do anything except ruin it.
That person's still listening.
I'm glad that I was able to voice this opinion. If it was me you were thanking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was just a really bad idea to have her run around waving her hands in front of her face, and they said, oh, that's just a mental disorder.
And, demanding that she take her medicine is the only way to make it better.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good at all. But that's the past. And I don't think he'll be invited back in the near future to do another episode. I mean, again, he's a really good author when he's writing his own material. I don't know if it's just he couldn't handle what he was given, or the idea he pitched just wasn't very good. It happens. I'm not going to hold it against the man.
I am.
You can't bat 1,000.
Mostly because he is the reason we had those god-awful child
You
actors.
can't bat 1,000 every time.
Matheson did.
You can't bat 1,000 every time unless your name is Jamie Matheson. All right, I can see that.
Thank you.
So that is basically Series 8 in a nutshell. But I think before we end off, we should probably each list our favourite of say our favourite episode and our worst episode, etc., etc. So I'll start off with best recurring character out of the 4 of them.
Missy.
Probably the Doctor.
That's 1 for Missy, 1 for the Doctor. Frez?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Doctor. I'm gonna go with Clara.
That's 3.
Actually.
So I've got the casting vote, and I give it to... Because I knew Capaldi was going to be brilliant, I give it to Missy. Missy
Yeah.
wins that. One vote wasn't a... it wasn't really a contest. Best visual effects.
So Missy gets the golden
Best-
croissant.
That's Belgian. She doesn't like Belgium.
Oh.
I said croissant.
And
That's
that-
French.
It was a...
Come back next week when Rainiac fails to get a joke.
Come back next week when I punch Jimmy in the throat. All right. Yeah. We've got to talk about it. Best episode. If you want to give a top
Just
3 or a top
one?
5, I don't mind. But best episode of the series.
I can top 3. In no particular order. Listen, Flatline, Mummy on the Orient
Okay.
Express.
Kuchiri?
I think our top 3s are going to all have Mummy and Flatline, but
Yeah.
my other third one would be Robot Sherwood.
Yep. Cat?
Interesting choice.
I don't think I have a third one. I think it's just those
That's
two.
fine.
Because everything else had something that ticked
I've
me
been
off in
thinking
some
about
way.
this a lot, and quite honestly, well, things are a little different. About half a dozen episodes could have fitted in this. But my top 3, in order. Number 3, Robot of Sherwood. It would have been Dark Water if it had been on its own, but I consider it a 2-parter, and therefore, no. So Robot of Sherwood, number 3, because it was just so damn fun. Actually, no. I'll scrap that. Time House number 3, Robot of Sherwood number 4. Time House number 3, Flatline number 2, Mummy at number 1.
Yeah,
These are acceptable. I'll give an honorable mention to Death in Heaven, just because I liked it, but not enough to put in the top 3.
Yeah.
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 Like I said, there's
So
about
really-
half a dozen episodes that could have fitted in there, but I had to give a definitive top 3. I'm not even going to mention worst episode, because we all know what we're going to say.
In the Force of the Night.
In the
Yeah.
Force of the Night.
Close second, Kill the Moon.
I'll give it. I'll say Forrest.
I think we've all gone for
It was
Forrest then.
weakest. I'll-
Sorry, Forrest. I mean,
Mm.
it's not the worst episode ever written.
You are the weakest link.
It's not.
It's not us, it's you.
It's not the worst episode ever
You sucked.
written in the series, but it was the worst of the series by far. And just wasn't needed in the whole arcing season. Best effects, again, I don't think I need to ask this one. It's going to be Flatline, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I honestly can't think of anything else that we can do best or worst of.
Well, there could be a lot, but we don't have time for it.
Best love triangle.
Great.
Oh, God.
Missy, the Doctor, and Clara.
Oh no.
That's the perfect time to end it.
Please
So,
don't.
yeah, that was Series 8. Looking back, it was pretty good.
It was.
Man.
It could have been better, but
I like.
what couldn't be better?
I'm happy with its level of quality. I'll
Yeah.
say that.
I'll give it a very strong meh.
It's better than nothing.
And I think Kuchiri more or less liked it.
Could have been better.
Yeah, I think we all agree it could have been better, but it could have also been a lot worse.
I think it was actually
It
pretty
gets a
good.
pass.
But yeah.
Meh.
Above
I
that.
think if it wasn't Capaldi and Coleman, because they had such brilliant chemistry together, it wouldn't have worked nearly as well. So again, in spite of the writing, rather than because of it, I think it was a very successful season.
There you go.
So we look,
So, shall we talk?
we look ahead now to Series 9, Season 9.
I hope it's good.
Well, thank you for the most generic statement of all time.
I hope there's more of the things I like, which is the Doctor doing some good acting and performance, and Clara taking agency and taking charge of the situation and coming into her own. And there's more of Missy just hamming it up and being delightfully mad.
I hope they don't fuck it up.
Yeah, I really hope.
That's a good one.
I mean, I'm slightly skeptical that bringing Missy back so soon, timeline-wise, after her last appearance, is a good thing, but hopefully they'll make it work.
More than likely, they'll make it so that this is ages later. We just don't get to see it.
I do like the fact that the Doctor and Clara are back together as a duo again, and there's no more like ill feelings or "oh, I'm going to leave now" or anything like that. They're just back to being a duo that travels together. I do think that might result in a change in Capaldi's character. I don't think he'll be as dark this series.
I don't know.
Like, I hope not, but I could see that happening. Because ultimately, you can only do a Dark Doctor so long.
I just want the Doctor and Clara to talk to each other and not do the whole, I'm angry, so I'm going to yell at you about all my secrets that I've been keeping locked up inside of me.
They started that during last Christmas, didn't they? Where they seemed to be more personable towards each other.
Yeah, because that bit in Last Christmas really ticked me off. It's just like, Daddy's dead! Gallifrey's not there!
So long may that continue.
Really?
Another thing I really want to see, more two-parters.
I just want better writing. I want them to actually think about what they're writing before...
Yeah.
I do think that they could do with some more consistent writing.
I want less pointless things.
I mean, Phil Sender's gone on length on his blog that's now, sadly, I think, finished, hasn't it, Fresno? TARDIS, what's its face?
Well, the thing is, I want them to, like, be more, you know, did we establish that this couldn't work or this could work? Okay, well, then, boom, that's good. We could do this then, you know?
TARDIS Euditorium. Ereditorium, yeah.
Ereditorium?
Yeah, it's discontinued now, isn't it? He's finished.
He finished writing with Doctor
Yes,
Who.
but
Yes.
I thought so. That's what we were just talking about when you were briefly absent for a second there. Yeah, I want more two-parters because I just feel that they can tell a better story if they have more time to do it and it's not just all rushed into the last 10 minutes of resolution.
Mm-hmm.
I want my Paternoster gang
Yeah, I don't think
spin-off.
you're going to get it.
I still want it.
We'll see.
The best solution for that would be if Moffat doesn't want to write another spin-off, and I can understand why he wouldn't, give it to Jamie Matheson or somebody else.
Alternatively,
Let them write it
Alternatively,
for a series or two and groom them, so to speak, to become the new head writer when Moffat finally steps down.
that works. And then Moffat can take over the Paternoster show if he quits main
I
Doctor
suspect
Who.
he'll just quit Doctor Who altogether like RTD did.
Yeah, he's still got Sherlock going
Didn't
for him, doesn't he?
Didn't RTD also still do Sarah Jane after he
Yeah,
finished with Tennant?
for a small time, yes.
Well, that was less him quitting and more Elizabeth Sladen passing
I was gonna
away.
say, yeah, I mean, they had got more episodes planned, and then sadly she passed away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not one of these people that says, "Oh, Moffat has to go now." But when he does, they need to have a head writer in place that can move the show on. But that's what I want. We know this is coming back, so that's one of my wishes fulfilled already. Although it may be a little bit too soon. I want more two-parters. And again, I just want some more consistent writing. But other than that, Series 8 was pretty successful for me. So I think we've basically exhausted what we were going to talk about, haven't we?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay then, well, I think all that remains then is to thank my my guests for talking with me about Series 8, so thank you very much, guys.
You're welcome.
And we don't
No
have
problem.
an air date as of yet for Series 9. We know very few details about Series 9, in fact.
It's going to air on April 1st, and
That would be
nobody's going to believe it.
hilarious. but I believe they're still taping episodes. I believe they're still filming episodes. They started in January 25th, I believe, was the start date. And I don't know which episodes they filmed yet. I just know they've started the process of filming. So I would think at least August or maybe even September, October would be the earliest we get it, because they started filming quite late this time. I just think it's going to be a whole series again. That's another thing that was great about Series 8, by the way. One series in a block. None of this split series nonsense.
Well, the last series wasn't split, so...
Yeah, Series 8 wasn't split, that's what I'm saying. So, long may that continue as well. But yeah, I mean...
I think really we just want to be entertained again.
We just want to be... You know what? That is a brilliant way to sum it up. We just want to be entertained. We watch the show because we like it, and we want to continue liking it. So that's the...
Entertain us,
Are you not
Moffat.
entertained?
No.
Well, tough. But...
Because people keep reminding me of In the Forest of the Night.
That is pretty much of a buzzkill. That is pretty much a buzzkill.
About it.
Anyway, as I say, thanks to my guests for joining me today. Thank you to you for listening to this for at least an hour. I'll probably end up splitting this in 2 or 3 parts, depending on how long it came out. And we'll see you whenever Series 9 begins with a review of The Magician's Apprentice. Until then, bye for now.
Spoiler alert, the butler did it.
Until then, bye for now. Hey folks, we're back with another Doctor Who review. Well, sort of, because the series doesn't start again until the end of this year. So instead we're doing a retrospective on Series 8. And when I say we, I am joined by the entire gang.
Yay.
Yeah, Kuchiri's back.
Maniac's an asshole.
Could you have any more enthusiasm for FreezingInferno? Oh my god.
We're here against our will. Help us.
It's been 3 days. I haven't seen my family that long.
Fuck, we have to redo the intro because Presto fucked it up. It wasn't a very good intro. Okay. This is going to take forever. But other than that, Series 8 was pretty successful for me.
Same.
Again, meh.
And the dog agrees. We got right to the end and then the dog barked. 3, 2, 1. Right. 3.
Dead kittens.
Will you stop saying that?
No, because it makes you crack up.
If I crack up, we won't get this done.
Dead puppies.
Ugh. Right.
There you go.
I think that worked. Professionalism, right. 3, 2, no.
3, 2, no.
I felt a laugh coming on. I wasn't going to start on a laugh.
Why not? Shows are having fun.
Just take a deep.
Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet?
Just take a deep breath and count down. That's all you need to do.
And don't fuck it up.
Okay, Fresno, you win the pissing contest. Moving on.
I like pissing. Wait.
Really?
Oh.
Really?
Well then.
Okay then.
It's a good thing I'm editing this because there's no way that's going in the edit. I think we know how to help this is not making the edit.
Wait, does that mean we can say anything we want?
No.
Fuck, shit, ass, cock, Barbara Streisand.
What?
Chris, how could you?